Hi and welcome to Outwell. Here I'm going to talk you through the features of the tents from our Deluxe Collection. Now the tent that I'm using here is the Montana 6, but what I talk about will also go for the rest of the tents within the collection as well. So I'll start off with the fly sheet that we're using on here. This is our Outex 5000. So this is a really good top quality polyester material which has been fully PU coated on the inside. It has fully taped seams as well, and that gives it a hydrostatic head of 5,000 millimeters, ensuring that even in heavy rain you will stay completely dry within the tent. All of the tents within the Deluxe Collection feature steel frames for the main body of the tent, but what you will find is a couple of the tents, for example the Birdland or the Flagstaff, actually have a combination of both steel and Duratec fiberglass as well. All of the tents have been tested to withstand a force 9 on the Beaufort scale, so not only are you going to be kept nice and dry in these tents, you're also going to be safe to know that your tent is going to stand up to the worst of elements. So some other great features on here, we have our wind stabilizer system on here. So this is where we have these tabs on all of the poles of the tent, and these are where we attach the guy lines to. When we take the guy lines out and peg them into the ground, that pulls the fly sheet against the frame of the tent and just makes it even more stable. The guy lines themselves come pre-attached, so it's a job you don't need to worry about. You can see here that they are all luminous, so it's our classic guy lines here, so these should be a little bit easier for you to see when it gets a little bit darker. And they all also have their own retainers, so when it comes to packing the tents down, we can easily just wrap the guy lines up in our hands and pop them in there, so the next time you come to use the tents, the guy lines are going to be easily accessible for you. The range also features large tinted windows throughout the entire collection. So these serve two key functions, one of which is to reflect the sun away from the inside, just keeping you a little bit more comfortable. But the second, and probably for me the more important one, is privacy. You get great privacy within these tents, but still with great views out the way. We use our aero-effective ventilation on the entire collection as well, so you can see this just on the side here. It's a sleek and streamlined ventilation system that has a mesh panel underneath here to allow cool fresh air into the tent, and it will reduce condensation as well. If it gets a little bit cold, we can get rid of these easily by removing the Velcro tabs and just pressing down on the sides. New for 2017 is a feature at the front of the tents, and again it's on every single one, and that is the D door. So you can see here that it's quite simply called the D door because of the shape of it, but what that allows us to do is actually roll the door to the side instead of up to the top, where perhaps it might restrict head height getting in and out of the tent. So you can see here, it's really easy just to roll it to the side. Another really great feature of the D door though is that behind the waterproof one that we have rolled away at the moment, you will find there's also a full mesh door on here, so you can zip that closed, allowing for brilliant ventilation throughout the tent. And what you'll find is when we go inside, there's other mesh doors in here too, so you get great through flow ventilation. As part of our easy access system, we also have the flat front on the ground sheet here, so obviously you're not stepping over anything to get in and out of the tent, and this can be brought up and toggled into place for when you zip the door, keeping it nice and secure. So with all of the tents in the collection that have got side entrances, you will find that we have full mesh doors on these as well, as I mentioned before, which allows for great through flow ventilation and of course to reduce the condensation as well. All of the windows are tinted, as I said before, but if you want even more privacy, then that's not a problem, because each window has its own curtain, which you can see we just have rolled away at the moment. So this can either be brought halfway up into these toggle points, or it can go up to the top here, of course, to fully close for full privacy. All of the ground sheets within the living areas of the tents are completely waterproof with a hydrostatic head of 10,000 millimeters. They're also bathtub in style, so you can see that they come up around the edges. That's going to stop drafts, it's going to stop things like dirt, dust and sand, and hopefully keep out those unwanted bugs too. So new for 2017 and the Deluxe Collection is the introduction of our ambassador bedrooms, which I'll give you a little bit of details about shortly, but first of all I just want to highlight that these already come pre-attached, so that's a job that you don't need to worry about doing. And they also come on our wave-shaped hanging point system at the top here, which actually takes all of the stress off of this top seam by equally distributing the weight of the bedrooms across this system here. So the ambassador bedroom itself, I think for me the main feature of it is the fact that it's 2.5 metres deep. So the industry standard for bedrooms is generally around 2.15 metres, but at 2.5 metres deep here, that allows you to put in large air beds or self-inflating mats or camp beds and still have enough space at the end of them to be able to stand up and get dressed. Some other features in the bedroom would be that we have these large ventilation panels across the back which correspond onto a new style of vent which is actually zippable from the fly sheet on the outside. We also have storage pockets throughout here as well. We have the night sky ceiling, so hopefully you should be able to get a little bit of a longer lie in the mornings. And we also have our universal inners, which will allow you to choose exactly what layout you want the bedrooms to be across the back. Another great feature and addition for 2017 is the introduction of our thermal reflective coating above the bedrooms. Now this is actually built into the fly sheet, and that's designed to reflect the sun away from these bedrooms, hopefully keeping you a little bit cooler and more comfortable on hot sunny days. For you to be able to create your ideal home away from home, we certainly have plenty of optional extras available for the Deluxe Collection. We have extensions and awnings for those who want to extend the living space or storage space. We have fleece carpets for the living areas, making it a little bit more comfortable underfoot. We then also have footprints available to go under the ground sheets, which will keep them clean and dry on those wet, muddy pitches. And we also have our new inlays, which are designed for the bedrooms, and these are insulated fleece carpets in there as well. We also then have our dual protector, which sits on top of the tents within the collection, protecting the roof, of course, but also offering you a sheltered canopy sort of space next to the tent. So you can, of course, check out all of the tents on our website at outwell.com, and we also have pitching videos on there to help with pitching. So there you have it then, that's all of the features of the Deluxe Collection. Thank you very much for watching.